Hello and welcome to game number 3 of a best out of 3, so it's the deciding game for the 4PL Cup number 18. This is the grand finals. It's gonna be WhA Asian taking on 25, with 25 this time on the dire side, WhA Asian on the radiant side. And I say WhA Asian, but as you can see, well, you can see two things. One, they're with 4, so we're gonna have a remake after this one, because of course four players, it's kind of sad if they have to fight against 5. But we're also having 3 people from DD here. There were actually 4 people before, but they lost one. And we are gonna have to get a new one for that one. But we have one of WhA Asian, because of course we all know that WhA Asian is officially disbanded. So they're playing with, in theory, 4 stand-ins. We can call them DD with 1 stand-in. Your decision. And of course 25, I mean, when they got to these finals, they had a different roster as well. We have got 2 new players in there, or actually a bit more. We got PGG and Dread joining Nexus and ZXC, sorry, together with Solo there in 25 on the Radiant side. So we got 2 teams. Fairly, well, I have to say, I mean, game number 1 was really great. Game number 2 was amazing as well. At least in that game, 25 was able to do what they wanted. In game number 1, they got at some point a 12k advantage and then lost it. And DD took game number 1, so that's why we are having game number 3 right here, because both of these teams took a game. We have got a €400 winner takes it all prize pool. And this is the deciding game, which one of these teams is going to go home with that money. And as I just said already, we need to have a remake after this draft, because we have only 4 people in there from WhA Asian on the dire side. As for the ban so far, it's a Shadow Demon together with a Darkseer being banned out, Nyx Assassin and Undying banned out as well, with a Bat Rider once again for the 3rd time in a row on the side of DD. And that's gonna give them, well, in their mind, a bit of an advantage. They won with him in game 1, lost with him in game 2. Now let's see if they can win with it in game 3. We're gonna see them up against the Magnus. Magnus, the winning factor in 25's lineup in the previous game. Well, at some point he was anyway. There was a Magnus, there was an Enigma, and we had a refresher Magnus with a Blink Dagger. And the Spend on the other side, he could not do anything. He was just locked in place, and then he died. So that is gonna be the pickup again for 25. I like it. It shows that, like, you know what? Why change a winning lineup? And they might try to do the same thing as they did previous time. Maybe get themselves an Enigma as well before the next banning phase, just to make sure that DD is not gonna ban that one out. Let's see what other hero they're gonna pick up together with that Magnus. Some team fight control, or do they want to just secure one of their lanes? Like go for Rubik perhaps, try to steal that lasso. Boom.
Dire team pick.
Wow. I'm gonna call that a lucky guess. Like, I could have said any hero there, but I picked up the one that I actually called. But it's a Rubik. It's a good pick regardless. I mean, if you pick Rubik, in theory you counter your entire opponent team because you have everything that they have too. So it's quite a nice pick up there. Of course it has the Fate Ball together with that as well, and the stun, and it can set up for a nice reverse polarity. It's it suits in almost any lineup. So it's a good support to pick up. As we are expecting it's going to be played as a support. Now we know that Rubik's can play other roles as well, but as a support is the most logical one. And let's see what DD is going to be picking up next to their Bat Rider. And like, the Bat Rider so far has been on the off lane. Both times? I think so. Wow, almost can't remember previous game. First game he was on the offlane for sure. Last game he was on the offlane as well. Yeah, okay. So offlane Bat Rider. So we can assume that kinda.
Reserve time.
You're gonna have Lone Druid being picked up. Now that's the first time that we saw him banned out in the previous games. Lone Druid, of course, a hero that when he gets his farm up, I mean, he's still gonna be very annoying, and especially with that Entangle goes through BKB, there's very little you can do against that apart from just not get hit by the bear. The one big thing is though, he needs a bit of time. And if it's one thing that 25 has shown us in the previous 2 games, they are not good with giving time to their opponents. They keep the pressure on if they can. And there's a Chen pickup. And a lifestealer, no time to have to think about that one for 25. The pick up a lifestealer will mean that we're probably going to see the Enigma being banned out, but will also mean that we're going to have a Rubik lifestealer lane, which is a very strong lane. You can even combine it to make a trial lane with that. But you have got the Rubik, of course, telekinesis, lifestealer can get to his target, open wounds afterwards, so you basically have a double slow / disable. That's pretty nice indeed to have on the lane, and pretty deadly as well. And they already now know that they're going to be up against the dual lane, because Chen is going to be in the forest. And we have another ban for the Queen of Pain. She has been seeing a lot of bans today. Brewmaster getting banned out since game number 1, because game number 1 it was DD that was able to win the game with that Brewmaster, but 25, they don't want to see it again, so they ban it out. And a Windrunner gets banned out there. PGG has played Windrunner in the previous 2 games, and you know, shackles are starting to get annoying at some point, so need to ban that out. If you know, I don't want to get shackled. If it's one thing that's annoying, if you're up against a lone druid, of course he is 2, so you can always try to shackle the lone druid to the bear, or vice versa, depending on how the micro is of the opponent team lone druid. But I just don't want to deal with that. It's too much hassle. And with the Chen creeps, even more creeps to shackle people to, it's not worth it. And it is worth a ban in that case.
10 seconds remaining.
Beastmaster getting banned out. Now he played, of course, on the side of DD in the previous game. That roar being stolen a couple of times by the Rubik, but still is a very annoying thing to have against you. Especially if you're going to have a lifestealer on your team. There's already an entangle, which is going to be nice against the lifestealer. And you don't want to give them more things that go through BKB than the lasso that they also have, of course. And that's already gonna cause some problems for lifestealer there.
Remaining.
Well, they both teams are using quite a lot of time, and there's the Enigma as expected.
Radiant team ban.
No Enigma for 25's team. No PGG Enigma, sorry people. Sorries. Let's see what 25's last ban is gonna be. Like, if we look at DD's lineup, we know that they still probably need a mid lane. Unless they're gonna set Lone Druid there and the support. It really depends, because Lone Druid and Batrider both can take the solo lane, both can take the mid lane, and both can take the short lane also, so it really depends on what they want to be doing with their lineup. Obviously that goes for all lineups, but you know, you see what you expect most. Now, from 25 we have seen them at the Magnus before. Of course, last game it was Magnus on the off lane, but what we saw last Wednesday, for example, it was Magnus on the mid lane, so we can not really say for certain what they are expected to be doing with that right now. And that's something that they have as an advantage towards DD, because did DD see that that the Magnus was also played mid by ZXC? Or are they going to be expecting it on the offlane again? They have banned out the Windrunner, so thinking they might be needing an offlane perhaps. Mid lane, sorry. Wow. Oh, Queen of Pain, mid lane. We'll see. We'll see what they're going to be doing. Leshrac is going to be the last ban out coming up from DD. For DD, at least 25 banning it out for them. So that they cannot pick it up. With the ball in the court of DD once again.
Lion.
Hello, Lion. Wow, that's a support that we don't see every day. Like normally, if you want burst damage, you go for the Lina with the Finger of Death. If you want disables, you go for the Shadow Shaman. Lion, not picked that often, because he is one of the squishiest heroes at level 1. Like his HP and his armor and his movement speed, all combined, he is one of the squishiest. Like I believe he's in the bottom 2 or 3 or something.
10 seconds
Together with Crystal Maiden and another one, but I don't really know which one. But he is, he's squishy, so he's gonna have a tough time. Having said that, when he actually gets his levels up, he is a force to reckon with. Not really a force at that, but he can be so annoying. The disable is there, mana drain is there, which is very annoying against the Magnus, of course, you can imagine. And on the lane, if he can get his rotation going with landing a stun, landing mana drain, landing a stun, landing mana drain, then he will be very annoying to deal with as well. You have Tinker picked up there by 25, we saw him banned out in game number 1, but they're gonna be playing it for themselves, so we'll have that probably on the mid lane. Meaning that Magnus still is gonna be an off lane probably here. And let us see what DD is gonna go for here.
Remaining.
For their last pick.
5
Still 22 seconds left in their bonus time.
Reserved
And Lion, I'm kind of wondering. Like, we have seen Lions being played before. We've even seen him solo short lane, soloing up against the Bounty Hunter and surviving at that.
10 seconds.
And maybe this time we're gonna have a Lion solo mid, perhaps. There is a possibility. No, never mind. I like this. It's a Night Stalker.
Radiant team pick.
Picked up mid-game dominance, so they need something to make sure that Lone Druid is gonna get farmed up. So what do? They make sure they get some mid-game dominance. It's a Night Stalker. Silence is there, very annoying against a Tinker, of course. Cannot do anything. A lot of harassment coming out with that Void. Let's see what 25 is gonna do against that. Though I have to say, I mean, Night Stalker, he normally goes at night, obviously. Around which time he's around level 6.
5 seconds.
Now, if you shut him down hard enough, he might not be level 6 and he might be not comfortable leaving his lane just yet, depending on how the lanes are doing, of course.
5 seconds remaining.
And around that time also, Magnus will have his reverse polarity, so that's not something that you want to run into. And especially not if you're going to have reverse polarity followed up by a Macro Pyre or Ice Path or Dual Breath, etc. Which is what I said in game number 2. Is that combination is of course very nice. If you have a Magnus, he normally needs to be combined up with some AoE damage. And Fate Bolt is nice with that, but an Ice Path Dual Breath is a lot nicer, especially if you have a Macro Pyre there too, if he's the right level. We are of course going to have a remake, so be right back, stick around for the actual game. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, and I'm gonna try not to make a separate VOD of this, so we're just gonna stick here. Hello people on the VOD that are watching the replay. Looks like we're gonna be joined by S4. At the same time, we also lost someone else from DD who was there before, but he is not coming back for now, or at least looks like it. We also have a different person in there. Well, we're waiting for Dread to join back, and one from the Dire side, one from for DD to stand in, and there he is, Rise. So we have 5 people on DD side, with, like I said, S4 standing in. Power of the Swedes, I believe. And we'll be seeing Dread showing up shortly, hopefully, so that we can get the show continue the show. That is. So when he joins, we can actually go. In the meantime, I'm happy to inform that I haven't dropped any frames yet, but I will still make a short disclaimer. As previous game went totally bad, my internet may drop, and it's a sad thing, but unfortunately right now I cannot do anything against it. The repair guy yesterday apparently didn't repair. Something like that. Steady dropping off frames was the results, but right now, no dropping off frames. So for now, we're good. And there comes Dread again, so we can get the show on the road and we can see which one of these teams is going to be taking home 400 euros. Will it be WhA Asian that's actually no longer WhA Asian? Or will it be the newly reformed, I should say, 25 on the Radiant side? The Magnus and the team fight up against the Lone Druid farming and 4+1ing. 4+1ing, basically. Having 4 people farm. And 1 person, of course, farming, which is the Lone Druid. I would like to see, I like to see Night Stalker, I have to say. Night Stalker is a nice hero to have in a game as a caster, because normally around that first nighttime, you always hear everybody say it, and Night Stalker needs kills in the first night. That's partly true. It normally is true, depending on how his lane goes. If he has free farm, and his other lanes are going okay-ish as well, he might just be staying in lane and just farm. If he doesn't, he needs farm. He needs ganks. He needs kills. Kinda hoping that we will see some. So secretly hoping that his lanes are not gonna go so well. Oh, is that me being mean? Gonna have a preference. We see that DD has some issues with distributing who is going to pick out what. Of course, we're used to seeing S4 on the mid lane for 25. Sorry, for no Tidehunter. But then again, we've known that Calculus is mid a lot as well. We know that Crit is mid a lot as well. So they're kind of having to wonder who's gonna go where. And who's gonna go what, rather. We have Solo playing the Rubik this game on the side of 25. PGG will be playing the Tinker. It will be ZXC playing the Magnus. It will be Nexus playing the Lifestealer. And we will have, last but not least, it is Dread, who is gonna be playing the Jakiro. On the other side, we'll have Crit playing the Night Stalker on the mid lane. It will be S4 still on the solo lane, but on the solo off lane, it will be the Bat Rider playing that one. Or he will be playing the Bat Rider. Calculus on the line will be on the bottom lane, or the top lane rather, together with the Nino on the Chen. He will be helping Rise farm up his Spirit Bear and his Lone Druid himself. And as the admin just said, in about 2 weeks there will be another Staff Cup, second one organized by 4PL, as you might remember the first one. Having some hilarious games there casted by Sinrin. Casters are not yet known, but there will be an announcement about that later on. But make sure you don't miss it. Will be towards the end of January. And in the meantime, of course, while we're here anyway, I mean, these games are all made possible by 4PL. If you want to show them some support, you can do so. Go to facebook.com/4pl.dota2 with the 2 just written down as a number. And like them on Facebook. Now, it sounds like a very small thing to do, right? But it's not. Because people that give numbers to the like bar, those numbers 4PL can show to their sponsors or sponsors to be, saying, you know what? This amount of people sees the messages that we send out. So this amount of exposure you're gonna get. So maybe we should get some more money from you. Sure, 4PL, we'll give you more money because your Dota 2 Cup goes very well and you give us a lot of exposure. And that's how more sponsors get into Dota 2. That's how we pump in more money to Dota 2. So like them on Facebook, like everybody on Facebook if you can. If you can. Hello, ZXC has to screw himself away almost already. Anyway, let's take a look at the lanes real quick. So, we have got ZXC on the Magnus in the off lane once again here, up against Calculus, who has got that combination almost running, and when he gets level 2, the Impale will come, the Mana Drain will come, and that's very annoying for the Magnus to deal with, of course. Look at this harassment already going. Just continuously going, making sure that Rise can free farm there, and making sure that there's no experience going the way of that one, as we have already got a first blood. It is Rubik that picks up the Bat Rider. Solo helped out with the Jakiro Lifestealer, just saying, you know what, you do your thing, I'm just sticking on the lane after using my open wounds. He did use open wounds. But the chase actually was done by the Jakiro, and I actually was not prepared for that one. The first game that I missed the first blood in, I'm sorry. It happens sometimes, and we have got the Rubik getting himself some extra set of gold. He upgraded the courier with that, so a nice fast upgrade. As we have got Calculus going again, he baits out the skewer at least, and he's almost level 2, so almost gonna see that mana burn, mana drain coming. As apparently I am indeed lagging again. That is sad for me and for you. Sorry. I will just continue going because it's not that bad. At least it's like on my side, just a quick explanation, it drops a couple of frames and then it stops again. In the meantime, we have a gank going on. Here comes the first one. There's a net coming off from PGG. Trouble for him. Here comes the March of the Machines trying to help himself out, but the Impale comes and gets the kill. Calculus picking it up. Look at this March of the Machine still doing a lot of damage though. To be getting out of that so soon again. Solo not able to be there to help out his teammate. As in the meantime, as Jakiro picks up an Invis rune, gonna be seeing where he can put that to use. Maybe help out, kill off the mid lane, get some levels back for PGG. Of course, died just now. And for the people that are actually too annoyed by the lag, first Suda is casting it as well in Russian, but at least you won't have any lag. So you can check that out if you want to. In the meantime, Magnus still level 1, can't go anywhere. Calculus level 2 though, and actually picked up his Hex rather than his Mana Drain. The harassment keeps coming, if he wants to. Launch the machines there, harass it straight away from the quick wave. The Void still hits though, you might actually try to dive this, but that's something that you shouldn't be doing, dive against the March of the Machines. It's not good. Not good at all. Boots up on the Jakiro, didn't do anything really with his invisibility rune, or at least nothing substantial. As we've got Lifestealer farming away. He's by himself. I mean, the Batrider decided, you know what, I can't do anything bottom. I already died once, let's not die again. I'm just going to go into the jungle and clear out the creeps there. He's taking a lot of damage from that Wildkin, but the Wildkin drops. So he's just fine. But he is just in the jungle. In the meantime, top lane, Skewer away again. Gonna be low on mana soon. Only one Skewer left before he's out of mana. And then there will be a Troll Warlord waiting around the corner with a net. And then he can't run, and then he will die. If DD handles it properly. In the meantime, Jakiro continues what Rubik started, just pulling in the creeps, making sure that there's constantly a lane being denied towards crit. Making sure that crit's gonna be a bit of a disadvantage. It's gonna be nighttime in a minute though, and he's already level 5, of course, also getting ahead because of that kill. So it's not hurting him that much. But still some. Bottle up on the Tinker, or at least completed up on the Tinker. Bottle was already there for the Night Stalker though.
No.
And it's ZXC that's decided to roam around slightly. He's got boots, but you know, he's still level 1. It's gonna be a while before he's level 6. Smoke up once again. They're gonna try to do the same thing again. Let's see if they're successful. PGG gets a void, doesn't know where to go, but you know, no time to get away. Not even it's something needed from Calculus. Calculus just taking a lot of damage from that March of the Machines, but other than that, he was there for the experience, that's all. No assist. Magnus finally level 2, happy time for him, but here comes Calculus again. Here comes an Impale, just harassment though. Trying to force something up, but he's already out of mana. And that's something that Calculus also realizes, of course. Sorry for the zoom sounds. I know they can be quite annoying. In the meantime, Nexus. I mean, I don't really look at Nexus because Nexus is free farming, so just keep that in mind. As crits get forced back again. March of the Machines is the one that's get leveled by PGG. So just control. Control of the towers. Control of the of no towers going down. Of course, that's something that 25 has been able to do regardless in all games that we've seen today. They have been able to just take down towers of their own, but not get any towers killed off in return. And with that Tinker, they will be able to do that even more so. As the gold grab is going towards the Dire though, going towards DD, because they have got the 2 kills. And they have got the Batrider farming more, well, Batrider and the Chen farming more than the Jakiro and the Rubik. Jakiro and the Magnus maybe even. They're gonna be telekinesis up the high ground. Whoa, careful Solo, standing in the fire is not good, and ooh, S4 is gonna get a kill. Or is he not? No, he is not! Solo staying alive with a double damage rune, able to get that kill. 2-2. S4 thought he had that in the bag for sure. In the meantime, on the top lane, the dive is going. Magnus level 3 up against Lone Druid level 7 rather. That's trouble. Here comes an Entangle and an Impale. Skewer still there. He still gets turned into a frog and goes down to Rise. And Rise is having a fun time top here as well. I mean, he's slightly behind Nexus on his Lifestealer, but you know, slightly on par as well. And especially with that kill just now going towards his pocket, so more gold for him. Meaning that on net worth, he's actually still quite a bit behind. A bit behind, just because of those last hits. Well, I'm gonna keep up the net worth with these kills that are happening, and maybe even soon a tower going down on the side of 25. I mean, yes, they're 25 keeps control of their towers, but DD thinks, you know, as long as we have the, wow, this is a low bear. As long as we can, we should try and push. As long as the Tinker doesn't have his boots of travel yet, we should try and continue to go with this. And they do, and they get some sort of gold out of it. As we have crit in the meantime. It is nighttime. He's still on the lane though. Like I said, if you're having free farm and you're even getting kills, then you know why try to leave the lane? But he is gonna leave the lane right now, seeing if he can get a rune. No rune here, or at least 20 seconds until there might be another rune. But he did get spotted. He walked past the regen or past the radiant ward. So we do have Nexus knowing what could come for him. And he leaves the creep wave, and Crit therefore knows, like, okay, you know what, they spotted me out. No sentry wards there though, and Crit just back towards his lane, continuing to farm. And this is why sometimes free farming is better. If you free farm, you at least know for certain that you're gonna get gold. if you roam for a kill and you don't get it, that's wasted time. This was wasted time. This whole excursion of walking around the forest. Oh, Calculus, trouble for him. Lands an impale upon Rubik. He's level 5 still though. Oh, 14 HP left. One more right click could do the job and does it again. As well as Solo trying to get himself out. Ice Path trying to help out. Hits on 2. Silence up on Solo. They still want to go for a crit. Can they get him though? Crit. Lands a void. Still doesn't kill off Solo. 17 HP left. Solo does it again and a pause comes out. A disconnect comes from the Bat Rider, who was just dropped off by the Jakiro. That is painful. Having the person disconnect that just decided to die. Or decided to walk back to base, I should say. I know it's normally a couple of seconds before the server actually realizes that he doesn't get any answers, so that's why it's even more of a shame then. Because he couldn't do anything anymore. I still was hanging around there. But Solo stays alive. Second time this game that we see him being solo on HP. And able to get away. And 3 kills for that, going away of 25. Yeah, for the people wondering, I haven't been dropping frames since I said that I was, but the link of Versuda is just twitch.tv/Versuda, I believe. And I do believe we both have 2 minutes delay on, so you can have both streams on. I don't know if the audio is coming through fine, but you know, if you don't understand Russian, that would be an option for you if you really wanted to. If your computer can handle it, that is. 1600 gold upon Nexus. Has his Hand of Midas already, so we'll be getting some ahead of the Lone Druid, who doesn't have that yet. Oh, it does have that. There he goes. Well, they should be kept even. Well, the gold it's still only 300 gold difference, which is really nothing. Regen Rune still up on the Tinker. He's gonna be happy with that. He's got 1k gold, he's got his boots, he's got his bottle. Wonder if he's still gonna go for a soul ring before going for his boots travel, or if he's just gonna go for boots travel since he's getting ahead. So you have the gold graph going towards 500 in favor of 25, which is really nothing, but you know, still works. I just see in the chat that Versuda might not have delay on there, so that would be trouble. And that means that you can't watch both at the same time, because it would be very confusing for you. Looks like I'm not the only one with internet issues though. Waiting for S4. Disconnected as well. Any news? BGG asks. Well, I drink some water when we look at Rise. Oh, I can check this one. He is in Dota 2. Very good. Random crash. Yeah. So what the chat says, like, okay, he's already got his magic wand, and he's gonna probably use these for a pipe and a hood if he can still get them, but he just made sure that his inventory is full. Which is, iron branches are the most cost efficient items in the game. And so just having these branches in just saved his life. By the way, he's got 3 kills out of the 5 kills that are done by his team. No assists, so every kill he's been in, he's just taking it. If you compare that to the Shadow Demon solo that we saw in the previous game, he's a lot more happier with this setting. I didn't intend to say that he was so low on HP. I just realized it. Also from the chat. That's what happens when there's a long pause. You check the chat a bit more, and there we have another pause. This time from the other side. Oh, we disconnected again. PGG being the patient man, or being the polite man, with pausing for the opponent team. Good stuff. Anyway, we're still waiting. In the meantime, I can close some stuff up. As in, making sure that I could close this one. And wait a second. Oopsie. Oh, and then close it. Make sure that I don't have that one on anymore. I never really played Warcraft 3, or at least not in competitive levels, so I have no idea what they're talking about. Maybe pauses. Saves. I don't know. Awkward. But we're still waiting for S4 to come back to the game. Juno's in the game. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Just closing up stuff. Let me close up this one also. Okay. There we go. Just having everything closed. Ooh, a calculator. What else can I close? Oh, you can reconnect it. Never mind. I'm fine. Boom. Hope the game is fine too. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Keep a close eye on S4. He's still in the game.
Radiant's
He's
top
still in the
tower is
game.
under attack.
He is
Dire's
still in the
middle
game. It's
tower is
win.
under
Okay,
attack.
so let's let him be in the game. In the meantime, let's go stack slightly, so that's nice. Stacked a bit. In the meantime, top tier 1 tower is dropping very low, still not coming in. I mean, he's been lucky before. He's actually gonna deny this. Or comes the bear. Here comes the bear. He wants to get the bear. He wants to get the tower. Is it gonna be denied? One more hit away from dying, and it's denied. Ice Path Rise dies. Oh my god, that rhymed. And there were 4 people here to make sure that happened. Well, that's a good pickoff. Killing off the farmer, killing off the carry of the opponent team, and now in a way, DD are behind because they haven't killed off this guy yet. Lifestealer is having a happy time going for his armlet. He's gonna be ready soon to. Oh, he's actually gonna TP home.
Radiant's middle tower is
Just
under
in
attack.
case, too much control coming in with the lion coming in there. Look at this, they're getting ready to kill off the Nexus. Oh, in the meantime, middle lane Void going off on PGG. Silence was there as well, Rocket will still fly. Here comes the Market Machine Laser as well, trying to make Crit miss something, but he won't miss the Void. He gets the kill. Solo coming in with the smoke. Looking for telekinesis, can't find it. It's nighttime, Crit too fast. Turning around, thinking about going in. Now also sees Jakiro. Here comes S4 though, he's level 4 still. Invisibility rune, gonna get picked up by S4. Not even. Gonna get picked up by Crit instead. Ice Path, it's on Crit though. Solo, trouble, 3 stacks of sticky napalm. Turn rate, delayed. Telekinesis still up on S4. Can Solo get away again? This time he has an Urn Charge on him though. He stays alive again. Crit coming in still though. Has a Void, of course. There's the Void, or sorry, yeah. You know, he dies. There's a Void from Crit, I mean.
Day and night.
And that's gonna be the first death that Solo had. Solo couldn't stay solo that long. Avoid going off on the Magnus. Here comes also the Mark to the Machines though. Make sure that he doesn't chase that. And this is the Night Stalker that we're used to seeing. Aggressive. Going in when he thinks he can. Making sure he got that control. Making sure he keeps the enemies on their toes. And here comes also Calculus. Tower hitting on Calculus with PGG getting silenced up. Goes down to the Test of Fate from Danino. And that's gonna be another kill going the way of DD. It's now 7-6 and DD makes sure that they pick back up where they left off. Even with their Lone Druid farming, a Lone Druid was or dying earlier. Lone Druid is still continuing to farm. He's got 1400 gold right now. If you look at net worth, fairly even with the Lifestealer. Though of course Lifestealer, his items are a bit less costly. Well, as in the armlet, for example, compared to a Radiance, depending on what of course Rise wants to do with his bear. If he wants to go for a Maelstrom, which I personally like, but he could also be going just for that Radiance, which we're used to. The Legion tower getting pushed. There's still, of course, one tower in favor of DD. It's not going to be happening that much longer because it doesn't look like anybody's coming in to defend this one. And Nexus will be backing off with a TP incoming from Lion. Again, Lion is the one to force Nexus back towards his tower, maybe even more. Maybe he's gonna try to farm the jungle a bit, but he has to be careful because he can get spotted out right there. Stolen the silence. Nice one to steal, definitely. There's 3 heroes here for a 25. And they need to have something going on, unless they want to waste time. In the meantime, it's Nexus that goes for Calculus. Open wound there, and God helping out. One more hit needed though, and he gets the kill. Here comes S4, but he has the last 2, but there wouldn't be anybody to follow it up on. And of course, with the recent changes, well, not that recent, I have to say, but he can't attack anymore while in the last 2, so solo kills are no longer that easy. I'm not gonna say impossible, because everything is possible in the world of Dota, but, you know, it's got a little bit harder. Open wounds, S4, he flies up, and that was also, he flew up, but then even more up, because it was a telekinesis, and it was Nexus that picked up the kill. Oh my god, solo! Oh, that's his second assist. Okay, sorry. Thought it was his first. He still has 4 kills. He's been in 6 out of the 9 kills. He's doing great.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This could be the first tower going down on the side of DD, as we have Magnus still dropping on the middle lane. Lion using his Finger of Death to do so, and his Finger of Death, like if you compare this to, of course, Lina's Laguna Blade, it has such a long cooldown, but it does a bit more damage, of course. But it is such a long cooldown, so it's very cost heavy. Not mana cost, but the cooldown, you can't use it for a very long time. But picking up the Magnus like that, while Magnus actually uses reverse polarity, apparently, it's still nice to have that kill. Have that used. Open wounds up on S4. They want to go for him again. Another telekinesis and a fate bolt. And this time he gets the last 2 off in time. But one more hit away. Bam! You're dead. Solo. Kill. And they can just do that every single time. And they do it. Pushing down to tier 2 as they go. Because they can. Nobody coming in to defend it. In the meantime, it's Crit that's still farming middle because it's daytime. He can't really go anywhere else without his team. Chen still farming in the jungle. We still have Lone Druid, of course, farming up his items. Looks like he is going to be going for that Radiance. Now Calculus comes back towards the bottom lane. Together with the Bad Rider also on his way. But again, we've seen it before. Open wound, telekinesis, it's both there. Fortification comes out. But it's 3 versus 2. TP out from solo though. It's not 3 versus 2 versus 2. But that's deny. Lion Nexus raging TP out. That's a deny. That's not something you want to see happening. In the meantime, Crit will be dying here. Hello, solo. This is support Rubik, people. 6 for 1 for 2. There you have it. There you have it indeed. Coming in, killing off everybody. Stealing all the kills. PGG having his boots travel completed. Looks like they want to just clear out towers left and right. Gonna go for the tier 1 here. As Rockets fly, forcing Calculus away. Like I said, he's squishy. Those Rockets hurt hard. And he can't do anything. He's gonna try to get a deny maybe this time, but this time won't do it. This time it's Magnus. ZXC picks up the kill. As the ancient stack is going to be taken down there finally by PGG. Completely, probably this time. Or will he? More march to the machines! No. He doesn't have bottle charge anymore, so this is all that he can do for now. But he can't just TP out and then come back, because he might lose some last hits with the time that he's not there. So, well. Oh wells. In the meantime, it's 4 people top. They have got the reverse polarity up again. So looking for a way in for the tier 1 tower. Last one standing on the side of DD. See if they can get something going there. As it is gonna be Crit who's still farming, but it's 10 PM, so it's almost nighttime again. So he can almost fight again, but it's daytime for now, and that will mean tower will drop. Nexus in the meantime, he's just rotating for the tower as he got himself his first Minotaur hammer. He's gonna of course go for a Desolator as the Roshan gets tempted here by DD. They know it though. They're standing right here. Right there. We're gonna say telekinesis up on Calculus from the high ground solo. Whoa, mechanism just in the right time. Will probably still go, though. Hand of God, reverse polarity was used just on one kill, and that's the Lion going down. But then again, Macropire, dual Brad. Shockwave going through, this is trouble. Nino goes down, Roshan still goes down. Who picks up the Aegis? It is a deny. Kurit denies the Aegis and is trying to run himself out of that place, and he should be doing it because it's nighttime, and he made it so. And he is gonna be just fine. No Roshan for you, and it is the Radiant that still got the gold though. So slight victory for 25 anyway. Well, I say slight, but they did get 3 kills out of that. So a good one there as the TP comes out for crit. He's just fine. Blink Dagger now up on Magnus, so he does have that. Nice deny, I have to say. It took a while before he got that though. Could have even picked it up, but he, like you saw, he didn't have an inventory slot and was too panicked to actually drop something out of his inventory probably. As Crit in the meantime, well, himself, he's got 3 for 2 for 3, so he's been in 6 out of the 7 kills, doing great that way. Died twice, not too great, but so far he's not doing bad. He's the one that's supposed to be getting the attention away from the Lone Druid, and that's going just fine. Lone Druid has been farming quite a bit. He died twice, not good. But he's got 3,400 gold, and he's close towards his relic, and then he will have his Radiance, and Solo picked up a haste rune. Gonna look towards some harassment. Yeah, they do of course have the ward there. And ooh, what did he steal? Did he steal a bear? Yep. Hello, bear. That's always nice.
Under attack.
In the meantime, there's a dire ward right there, looking to prepare something perhaps on a tower or on the gank. And PGG is just gonna continue clearing out this stack. Looks like we might be seeing a Dagon coming from him. Or maybe it's just a start off before a staff and he still had the Mantle of Intelligence from the start. Would be funny to see a Dagon though. Ooh, PGG, you have to be careful there. Very careful. In the meantime, mid lane, tower getting harassed with the bear of the Rubik, of course. He might not be attacking as fast, etc., but he's still doing a lot of damage to the thing. But he just stole a different spell, so the bear dies. There is a Void up level 4 though, but he's running into 2 heroes. This is trouble. He will be dropping here, probably solo trouble, and he won't be helped by his teammate, or will he? There you go, Ice Path, Macropire, thou shalt not chase. Dual Breath as well, now Jakiro getting entangled. Reverse Polarity coming in though, hits on 3. Skewer there as well, hits on the bear and his master. Here comes S4 with the Blink Dagger catching Solo. He's being the target of a lot of hate today. Another Dual Breath going through a crit. Getting slowed down in the flames. Has to be careful, Solo. Gonna get another kill. He's a killing spree. In the meantime, PGG gets a double kill because that Martian Machines hurts. Rise trying to get himself out. Magnus 4-staffs himself up, or gets 4-staff up by his teammate. He's of course looking for a skewer. Can he find it though? I don't think so. Rise being super fast. And the bear can almost otherwise get some entangles in. Oh, he blinks forward though. He doesn't get the skewer, misses it. In the meantime, that is the last one alive on the side of DD. The rest all died in that encounter. Nice reverse polarity. Solo masturbate, really. Master bait. Yes, I said it. He was baiting out people to follow him. Wow, I heard myself saying it and then realized, oh wait a second. That doesn't sound good. But, yeah. So, Solo's still alive. He's 7 for 1 for 6. He is a support Rubik. He's going for a Veil of Discord by the looks of it. He's gonna find the bear in a moment. 4-staff forward, telekinesis, no first the hex because he stole that from the lion. Ice Path, skewers, Fade Bolt, and it's Akiro that this time picks it up. In the meantime, next on the back picks up the Bat Rider. S4 cannot escape. Looks like 25 is having a hell of a game here. 1200 gold in their favor. And it is not looking good on the side of DD. Now, having said that, we did notice the previous game, no, game number 1, there was a 12k gold advantage in favor of 25, and they actually lost that and lost their first game because of that. Maybe this game is gonna be different. Maybe they can continue to keep it going. I have to say, it's looking pretty convincing right now. And the Lone Druid is still trying to farm. He did buy something though. It's on his bear. He can summon his bear again when he wants to. When he comes out from being dead. He probably has only got the relic so far, not the Radiance just yet. But we'll find out as the March of the Machine is going to make sure that nobody initiates on their 25. And they might be able to get some hits on the tower if they really want to. As there's still a smoked up Magnus looking for a blink initiation. With that, of course, reverse polarity up. Wow, my camera movement is insane, I know. Nexus just walking up, pretending he's a creep. Something from Dota 3 that he used to be able to do just fine, but now they all don't look like him anymore, and he's just able to bash on the tower, just looking like a hero regardless. As the Wildkin is just standing there, Making sure everything is slowed down. A tornado being very annoying. Tinker in the meantime, making sure that he can push the lanes out, but unless he TP's into crit, has to be careful there. Finds himself the bear. He has to run. He doesn't have a force off anymore either. All they can do is march the machines and rockets. Trying to make sure that they keep busy while they don't defend their tier 3 tower. And he is doing that just fine. And there they go. Tower goes down. Left Stealer picking it up in the meantime. The rest, they were just trying to get kills there. Didn't get them. Well, actually, they got solo. Oh my god, they got solo in the meantime. Oh, you're a finger of death. Nexus trouble. Getting entangled. Getting tossed. What was that? Awkward. He died anyways. Lone Druid picking up the kill. Looked like an awkward force staff. Going over the ground. March of the machines here. Hand of God going through. There is no reverse polarity anymore as Rise is going to get hit by a rocket, still taking a lot of damage from that. Here comes crit though from the side. It will be Tinker and Magnus the TP out, now Jakiro as well, but there will be a void again. There we go. There's the interrupt, and there is going to be Dread. It's not going to be able to get away from this one.
The sun sets on your life.
So that is gonna be, yeah, there's gonna be Dread being left alone by his teammates. Everybody left, they just TP'd out, and Dread was like, wait, what? I want to TP out too, and then it was too late. The Void was off cooldown again, and he got interrupted. Telekinesis there solo, looking for WhA, and gets a Void off on Crit himself. Here comes a Shockwave, here comes a Blink in, Score, doesn't hit it. Rise looking for WhA, and has got the Radiance on his bear, looking for an Entangle. Can he get it? Not with the first hit, so he pulls him back again. Fatebolt going through, Bear shall not attack. We have got a net up on the Chen if he wants to. PGG coming in with a couple of rockets. March to the machines. Just keeping the pressure on. They know they have the advantage right now, so why not capitalize on it? As Nexus is just farming still. Has got himself a Desolator, is building towards his MKB. Just wants to hit stuff. And I think that ZXC had some fun with that one. Did I say Dota 3? I meant Warcraft 3, not Dota 3, Dota 1. You know what I meant. I was talking about the live streamer. Mechanism up on the Chen. Blink Dagger up on the Pathfinder. We already saw that, but I'm just checking if I missed anything. So far on these, nothing. Lone Druid's Bear has got himself a chainmail, so I might be going for an Assault Grass next. We've got the BKB being built up by the Night Stalker with his open face, as it is nighttime. We already saw the Blink Dagger. Yeah, let's take a look at the Radiant, see if we missed anything there. There's the Veil of Discard completed up on solo. Force Staff up on the Jakiro, which we already saw as well, as he's picked up a point booster. Might be casual. Might be indeed going for Aghanims. You know, why not? He's got a farm, he's fine. We've got a Refresher being built up by CXC, of course, again. As, well, PGG himself. He's building towards the Sheepstick. No real surprise. It's pretty solid item, as we have a... we have Dread flying around. Oh my god, they named their courier after Dread. No, it's a Dreaded courier. It's just... it's also got a Russian name. It looks quite funny. You don't see this one often. It's funny. But yeah, they're looking for a team fight. They're looking to keep the pressure on. In the meantime, pressure is also on this one. Oh, Blink in, Lasso. There's the Finger of Death already. Turns him into a pig if they want to get him. Impale as well, and that's going to be a clean kill. Clean and fast kill, indeed. As my game starts lagging. Or my CPU, oh not my CPU, my graphics card has an issue. Keep having those. Like, seriously, can I ever get a break? Stupid connections, stupid computers. Stupid. Anyway, 1200 gold up on Rise. As we see that Chris got no gold left. This is all in.
Radiant's middle
Doesn't want to save for anything.
Attack.
And I will say it again, Fursuda is casting this game as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is
You
under
can check
attack.
it out there if you want to also.
Radiant structures are fortified.
As they're gonna try to take down the last tier 2 tower. They're gonna give up their tier 1
Radiant's
bottom though.
bottom
This was
tower
the second
has
tier 1
fallen.
going down. But they are gonna try to get this tower instead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they again, no real surprise.
Top tower has
Let's see who's
fallen.
gonna be forcing out the TP first.
Radiant's
They're gonna
bottom
be,
tower
if
is
DD's gonna be
under
forced to TP back first. Oh, never mind. Hello, they wanna fight. There's a silence up on Nexus. Here comes Solo as well, it's just the supports though. Well, I call Nexus a support, but that's of course not true. He's got his FKB complete, got 2k gold also. Here comes S4, last two on Nexus, but reverse polarity up on 2, score! Hits the bear and his master. Bear is almost low enough to go down already. Will he drop? Yes he does, and the master does as well. As we have Chen being picked up as well by that one. 3 heroes dead on the side of DD, and there is still 5 alive on the side of 25, and they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for that push. As Calculus tries to counter push this, but here comes PGG to make sure that that's not gonna be any help. Here comes the margin machines helping out. Or are they gonna go for Roshan instead? Looks like they might be. Nice guys. This time not the 9. Lifestealer picks it up. Now my computer is back to normal as well. It's just my connection being a bitch. Ooh, I should not say that on the internet.
I am compelled
Being mean
to
to
thank
me.
you.
3600 gold up on the Lifestealer. Curious to see what he's gonna go for next. He should sell his Hand of Midas soon. Depending on how this push is gonna go. Because this might just be the push that they need to want to go for GG if they got a good team fight in.
Dire structures are fortified.
Fortification already goes up. They're just gonna go for the barracks because they can. Next is just standing there, gets another void, but he doesn't care. That's the melee barracks dropping. They could try to just go out and go for another lane. Unless they really want this team fight, and looks like they do. Open moves up on Cred. Cred pops a BKB. We'll be able to run away from that one, but they just go on the range barracks instead.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
So what next? 16 seconds until a reverse polarity, and they back off. We see them pushing on the top lane. Well, we see them drawing on the top lane to push on the top lane. That is. And that's gonna be them trying to go for the GG by getting another set of racks. In the meantime, Lone Druid is the hope of DD. Needs to farm more. It needs to farm faster. This is gonna be the hero that's supposed to turn this around. And he's not ready. He is definitely not ready. Yes, he has the Radiance. Yes, that's very nice, but he is just not farmed enough. Look at the difference. It's 9k difference with farm on Nexus. He's just got his Daedalus almost complete. He's got it complete after the next wave, after the next tower for sure.
Tower is under attack.
Meantime, their tier 1 is gonna have some
Dire's
trouble,
top
but just
tower
PGG
is
will
under
TP in
attack.
there and just make sure that he is gonna be fine. The tower that is gonna be fine. There's words of course here from the Dire, so they know what they're up against. They know that they might be having to fight soon on their top lane. They cannot lose another set of racks. It's very simple. They're not. I mean, they are behind. Yes.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And that is normally, I mean, it's something you can come back from, but they are so far behind that another set of racks would just almost guaranteed kill them. It would be so hard to get back from that one, as we have 20k gold in favor of 25.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
In the meantime, push is still going on with Crit in the bottom lane. Gets a tier 2, but you know, that doesn't matter if there's soon gonna be a tier 3 going down here. What can they do? They don't have the team fight yet. They don't have the Lone Druid farming either, because he needs to be in the base. Ice Path, locks on 2. In the meantime, look at his Nexus just going there. Now open what's up on the bear. Bear dies. That's all the farm gone, and the bear can be resummoned, but not anymore after that one time. Blinking, Nexus. Ice Path helping out, locks on 3! And the reverse polarity likewise, well, the bear and 2 heroes, and that's the 2 heroes going down, Light and Night Stalker. Buyback from the Jakiro, sorry, buyback from the Night Stalker, that is, but the barracks still drop. Telekinesis there. BKB up on the Night Stalker, tries to turn around, wants to go for Dread. Doesn't get it, has to turn around, run towards his base. Rise, gonna be sent back to base, uses Ghost Scepter to get there. And Solo just runs into the base because he has a Ghost Scepter. He can do that, he's just fine. And here, I mean, they're fighting next to the fountain. In the meantime, Nexus is just clearing out the buildings. Crit might get a kill on the support Solo, but even that is not for him right now as Tinker. PGG picks him up. Crit cannot go anywhere, and the disconnects come out, and the GG gets called, and it will be 25. That will be taking home 400 euros for the winner takes it all prize for this 4PL Cup number 18. In a best out of 3, with 3 very nice matches for us tonight. You know, despite the massive internet issues and the connectivity issues and the you know, shoot me now. Ooh, nice bomb. This is the first time that we actually saw the nice bomb.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
But that will be the Radiant, the Ancient's going down, sorry, the Dire's Ancient's going down. So my name is Sheever. If you want to support me, still, even with the lag, you can subscribe to me on Twitch. You can also subscribe to me on YouTube, which is /SheeverGaming on YouTube. The same extension for also Facebook and Twitter, so twitter.com/SheeverGaming, facebook.com/SheeverGaming, etc. You know the drill. So you can do that if you want to, and if you do, then thank you in advance. Especially since today is the first day that my subscription button is actually up. And I am planning on moving, and when I move, the internet issues will be fixed regardless. And I'm still in the process of fixing the internet issues that I have right now. As some of you know, there were a lot of repair guys that came around to see and help to fix the issue, but apparently not good enough. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you want to support 4PL, by the way, you should do so. You can go to facebook.com/4pl.dota2 with the 2 just written down as a number and the 4 just written down as a 4. Okay, and you should definitely do that because that's a nice number to show to your sponsors, as in to 4PL sponsors, so they can get more sponsor money, you can pump more money into Dota 2, and that's what we want to see. So check that out, and thank you for watching again, and let's just jump ourselves out of this game. Leaders.